We are currently at the Ciela Resort in Kisumu City. City status, yes, and it is visiting the Architectural Association of Kenya. This happens annually, and the conversation this week, or rather this next 3 days, is around shaping the urban future towards sustainable, equitable, resilient, smart cities. The big is indeed within its city status. What does this mean about looking forward in the space? Taking us through this particular conversation, brief on what Kisumu County has stock when it comes to architecture is none other than Steve, Deputy Director, Housing and Urban Development, County Government of Kisumu. Thank you very much for making time and also hosting us here in the city.
Yeah, thanks for giving me this opportunity.
So what does this mean for Kisumu, being in its city status and hosting this annual?
It's one of the now 5 cities within the Republic. It was actually the 3rd city that was actually flagged out in the Constitution after Nairobi and Mombasa. It's a big opportunity. It has got a big potential due to its location where it's sitting within the Lake region, economic block, and even within the Lake Basin region. That in Tanzania, Uganda, and even there's like Rwanda and Burundi.
All right. Now, in the country in Kisumu County, we've been having an uproar. The insurgents of not people who are not qualified, in the building construction sector. Now, with this particular association of architects, what does it mean, for the future of this particular sector at a time when you're looking at as well as society?
It's true that the registered professionals or people who are regulated in terms of their numbers in vis-a-vis the population is quite low. You can't imagine that we only have less than 1,500 architects in the country to serve almost 50 population, and the number of planners also, and the quantity surveyors and all that. All the built professionals not in good can actually country. And some of them also, once they graduate, they qualify, they will look for outside even the country, even much less. But in our training, we cadre of people who are technicians and all that, and you find that these are the large of professionals there in terms of the percentages, and the ability to also contribute to is quite low. So you find that a lot of the professionals who are duly accredited are still stuck in the major urban areas. And major urban areas, I would just love to say that it's Nairobi. No one wants to the counties. Devolution was actually meant to bring even these services and to the.
So, architect, you're saying that are domiciled in urban areas, that's leaving, very few professionals to cater to, the devolved units, so to speak. But then you've also raised the issue that we have, we are underserved when it comes to skill set. Is it we do not have the right training institutions, or is it because it is a sector that is not very well known? What is the issue and how are you addressing it?
It's not really that we are trained and all that. I think the level of getting someone who at the degree to be accredited as architects, as planners, as quantity surveyors, that's what is missing. We still have there, but well below the architects, we have technicians and draftsmen and all that. Those are the largest numbers that we have, and so it's just a matter of how we are going to collaborate and see how this large number that we have of technicians that can be mentored, actually qualified for the positions, so that they can also help in nation, because they are the biggest number. The first person they'll probably meet when they want to do something that is a built environment is people that are at that level of diploma and training and all that.
How about, what does it take for one to be accredited? Because to be the issue, we have the numbers yet, but very few are accredited.
Yeah, you have the degree programs, either in planning, quantity survey, architecture. And this takes a bit of time. Like architecture, you have to take 6 years to get out, then get apprenticeship for almost 2 years before registered as a professional. So I think it's that tedious process that sometimes maybe the training technical level that, diploma people just fizzle out there without coming back to the certification that's needed in the long term.
Now, we have this particular annual convention that is happening for the next 4 days here in Kisumu. What would be the take-homes, from the association, and how to address the key issues other than the thematic areas that are going to be discussed during?
The theme is something on urban future, not just in Kisumu or major urban areas. And I think it's the time now that we should actually have the discussion how we really can influence or even put the devolved units to help them develop. That the interest or the attraction is not just within our capital, but these opportunities are given out into all professionals in areas within the country. The 47 counties are basically, each and every county has got a major urban area that has been developed either as a municipality or as a city. We must attract the professionals to come down and work with the county so that we urban development.
All right. Now, as we bring this to a close, we have the Engineers Board of Kenya push towards having on accord, to allow, professionals practice globally. Anything that architects are looking into unemployment among its professionals.
I think it's a free world, and employment, I think even for us in our sector, a lot of our people actually have trained and gone to search for opportunities globally, even in Africa or even in the region, leaving us here to help the Kenyan government and Kenyan community to develop. So open, I think I still agree. It also opens professionals anywhere in the globe to also come and development.
Mm-hmm. In light of climate change, we have seen in 20 years back, there's a different look altogether. What, in a nutshell, is actually pushing for this?
The buildings that were done previously in the past years, I think when you want to compare with what we are doing now, that look more modern and all that, but in terms of their stature, or even in terms of compactness and sustainability, we find that the constructions that were done even during have stood the test of time. Mm-hmm. And we at this point have issues with modern buildings coming down and all that. So I think it all goes back to professionalism and just trying to do whenever we are given the opportunities as professionals.
All right. Very well said. We have been speaking to none other than architect Steve Gome, who is in charge of urban development here in Kisumu County. Kisumu, the Architecture Association of Kenya annual convention. Among the areas is just look at what does the future hold when it comes to matters of future. At a time we're looking at resilience as climate change, and also with a keen focus on addressing professionalism in this niche sector. We'll be keeping tabs the next 3 or 4 days, so to speak, and we'll be bringing you updates in regard to what is the way forward from architects here in Kisumu. If you like Kisumu City. I'm Regina Manyara, and I hand you over back to Broadcasting House, where we proceed with Good Morning Kenya with the team Victor, Vivian, as well as Mike. Take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Regina, for that. And I hope you're going to enjoy and have some good time in Kisumu. And please stay safe.